What is up everybody, my name is Rahul and in this video we'll be continuing with the concepts of Yara. So in this video we'll be learning how you can write your own Yara rules so that it would be beneficial for you to identify or classify a malware. So in the previous video we learned how malware authors can change the hashes or a bit in order to change the hash completely so that they can evade antiviruses. So that was a pretty beneficial point in the or an advantage from a malware author's perspective, but not from the antivirus's perspective. So this is where the Yara comes into play. So malware antiviruses could have Yara installed or a particular functionality that works similar to Yara installed within them, which can help you, or which can help flag out a malicious binary or a file. So Yara can detect malware samples by just creating descriptions that look for certain characteristics in a binary or a executable, and these descriptions are called rules. So let me just tell you. So Yara can detect malware samples by creating descriptions that look for certain characteristics, and each description can be a text or a binary pattern. So these descriptions are called rules. So in Yara, all you have to do is write some rules, and those rules will be taken by the Yara tool, and those rules will be applied on the binary or the executable. Now, if those rules match, then Yara will say, okay, this is a match, and you can be sure that this is a malicious file. So here you can see we are not computing the hash, but we are looking for certain characteristics or certain or certain texts or certain strings or certain hexadecimal characters in a file, and we are identifying them as malicious or not malicious based on that. So everything boils down to rules. The more efficiently you write these rules, the better are the chances that you can find a modified version of a malware. So you don't have to learn any programming languages in order to write these tools or these rules. They are just written in the form of a text file. So all you have to do is remember the syntax, and the syntax is extremely easy. So for example, you have to learn the elements. So there are three elements. The first is the metadata. That is not compulsory, but I recommend you write it because it will be easier for you to understand why did you write that rule in the first place. The second element is the strings that you will have to look for that you are looking for in a malicious binary or a potential malicious executable file. The third is the condition that will be matched. So we know that metadata is not mandatory, and it is just data about the particular Yara rule that you want to enforce. So it is useful in case you have different versions you have different versions of a rule. So for example, you can include author. As you can see, I've written my name. You can include even the description and even the date on which you wrote. Sorry, this is not the complete date. I should have written 2016 or 2021 09 and today's date. So as you can see, the rule begins with the keyword RULA rule followed by any name that you want to write. So for example, I have written the dummy rule and followed by opening and closing parenthesis. Now in order to write the metadata, you write in meta, which stands for metadata, and inside the metadata you can write all sorts of things. For example, authors, date, version, hashes, and all sorts of things. So here comes the next part, which is called strings. So it is common to find unique and interesting strings which are in the malware sample. So this makes it ideal for building a Yara rule. So let me just explain it to you with the help of these concepts. So as you can see, what the malware author did here was he just changed the name of the variable, but as you can see the link was common: mal.site.com transfer question mark 2 equal to hacker. As you can see, this particular part was same in both the files, only the variable name that was storing this URL was different. Now this was a huge difference when it came to hashes, but you can leverage this part in Yara. So strings is just that you write which will be matched as per the condition that you write. So for example, if I want to look for this particular URL in a binary, and if this particular URL is found, then I can say that that malicious file or binary is a malware. So if you want, this is how you write strings. These are between quotes, double quotes. if you are looking for hexadecimal, so if you want to dig into, you do not want to look for the strings, but you want to look for the hexadecimal codes. So this is how you can write. You can write them within parentheses. If you can even write them using, you know, a regular expression. So this is how I have written a regular expression: a to f, capital A to capital F, and 0 to 9. So this is a hexadecimal. So this is a part that I have written within the strings category. The third part comes to the conditions. So these are the conditions that you will match, and if this condition match, then you can say that this is a, the Yara will say that this is a particular malicious file. So for example, I have just written down a rule which will say that this is okay, this is a Yara rule. I have written it as dummy rule. This is the metadata not useful. This is a string. So for example, this is my file. This is the file that I supply it to Yara. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how. So this is the file that I have supplied to Yara. So suppose the file is file1. So the condition is just A. So it will just look for this part, mal.site.com /transfer (2 equals to hacker). So it will just look for this part in the file. So as you can see, this part is present in the file. Sorry, this part is present in the file. So it will say that yes, it is a successful match, and this file is a binary. So you can not only enforce this, but you have lots and lots of other things that you can write in under the conditions section. So for example, here I'm trying to match A or B. So either of this condition, if it matches, then I can say that the match was successful. So there are lots and lots of conditions. I will be writing or I'll be giving you the link in the description where you can learn more about this. But this was a high level overview of how you can write a simple Yara rule in order to make a potential match. So thank you guys. This is it for the video.